it's clear that this film is sort of filled with heroes, and it seems that if there is a sort of a villain, it's not necessarily one person. It's sort of the system itself. And I imagine there must have been at some point some temptation to sort of select a couple individuals from the other side of the aisle to sort of be the sort of object of, to be the antagonists. I mean, was there any of that? And if there was there a point where you decided that's not the route we're going to go?
That's a great question. That's actually my favorite way that question has ever been formed, like at all. And I seriously, I think you framed that perfectly. At the beginning, I assumed that I would also interview judges and prosecutors, and then none of the prosecutors would talk to me, not one of them. And I sent flowers, I wrote, I called, I was really nice. I was there all the time. So I was like, one of them is going to talk to me eventually. They'll see that, I'm a nice person. No, nobody cracked. So then I thought, well, if I can't hear from them, I felt really uncomfortable trying to portray their motivation. So I thought, this is really a film from the perspective of a public defender. And that was always my goal, my desire. So I thought, there doesn't have to be a villain. And I don't think, I don't want anyone to think I think prosecutors are villains, because I don't. I think people become prosecutors because they want to do justice. I just think that the way the system has evolved, it's so strained that nobody really gets to do their best job. So I tried really hard, actually. So the scene where Brandon is sentenced, Judge Deal gave us great access to his courtroom, and I thought he's not a villain either. He actually thinks he's given the kid a break. So I in particular with that scene, we cut it really long in order to let him give his whole speech. We had a screening at the Carter Center in Atlanta, and Judge Deal came. And Judge Deal is the son of Nathan Deal, who was the governor of Georgia. So I was really nervous. He had not seen the film yet. And he came up afterwards, and he actually is really fond of Travis. He thinks Travis is a great lawyer. And Travis, as you know, doesn't have a father, so I think there's some kind of father thing going on there. But Judge Deal said, so I'm waiting for him to say something, and he said, what you should do next is the drug courts. They are a mess. And I thought, well, that's pretty good.
It's a nice endorsement.
Yeah, he said, make another movie. So, but I tried really, really hard to give everybody who would talk or who appears on camera their best shot.